Hold yourself, Dustin. I can feel your energy going. I know how this is going to go. Hold, please. Let me do the intro, and then the floor is yours. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seahawks Sessions Postgame show featuring myself, Dan Cruz, Dustin Henry, who is, I think, pissed off is an understatement.
No, I'm not. I mean, there were moments. I mean, I yelled. This time my mic wasn't open and you didn't hear me from the kitchen. So there's at least that.
Anyway, and Kevin Wilson's coming in from the great state of Texas. This is the Seahawks Sessions post-game show. You know the deal by now. Like, follow, share, subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcast, the whole 9 yards. Like, rate, review, and follow the show on Apple, Spotify, Good Pods. You know the deal by now. And Facebook page. Time to BS Facebook page. Just search Time to BS Podcast. And engage in the comments. You know what to do. Be nice, people. Oh, hey, Deez.
Welcome back. I missed an all-timer.
Hopefully we'll get some nicer comments than what we're about to say.
So the Seahawks won.
They did.
Death by field goals.
You were correct in your prediction about death by field goals, Dan. You just had the wrong team.
I was half right. But before we get to Dustin's furious wrath, we must remind you, this show is not free. Cue the music. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
I'm not even going to get to the ad read because I am dying to hear what you have to say, Dustin. So obviously we keep it PG on these parts.
Yes, of course. I'm going to rein it in.
Have fun.
I'm going to rein it in. Now, I have a reputation, and I'm going to kind of surprise you both because I'm going to give you chances to respond, get your thoughts in there, everything else. But I have the reputation of the negative Nancy on this show. But and here's the thing. A win is a win. The Seahawks did win this game, but they had no business winning this game. All right. So I will just say this to open. If they play any semblance of this game Thursday, their doors are getting blown off. Their doors are getting blown off. I have said for a few weeks now the offense needs to mail the entire defense a Christmas card, but the defense is not without fault in this game, and I will get to why. But I said at the beginning of this game, because you asked, Dan, you said, how's the game going? And I typed a missive of, some shots in there. Mm-hmm. And the pattern that has emerged for at least the last 3 weeks is that the Seahawks come out of the gate slow. They came out of the gate slow against Atlanta. They turned it around. They came out of the gates very slow against Indy today. And they ended up, they did not turn it around, but they did end up winning. But they didn't completely dominate the Titans until late. There's too many times. Now the Titans, there was a couple fluke things in there, but there are too many times where the Seahawks offense in recent weeks, the Seahawks are second coming into this game. They were second in the NFL, averaging 30 plus points per game. And you're telling me that all you can do is score field goal after field goal. Jason Myers is the MVP. He's the first Seahawks kicker in history to have 6 field goals in a game. It is only the 4th time that the Seahawks have ever won a game without scoring a touchdown. But let me get to the Colts came into this game with an obvious plan. Phillip Rivers, they were going to try to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor and control the clock. And in the beginning of the game, that's what they were doing. They were running the ball with Jonathan Taylor, and they were peppering Abdullah in there. Now, what they were doing is Jonathan Taylor, he had averaged 72 yards over his last 3 games, I believe it was. He had 65 yards in the first half. So they weren't stopping the run in the first half. Now, I will lead off with some silver linings before I really start going off. The silver lining is, one, they did shore it up in the second half because Jonathan Taylor was held to 83 yards rushing total. So after that 65-yard first half, they really shut him down in the second half. The other silver lining is that Rashid Shaheed is getting involved in this offense. They are figuring out ways to use him. That call was pass interference. I don't care what anybody says. He and his Grinch cleats should have had a touchdown on that play. But I like that they're getting him involved more. JSN, he had his catches. He did another slow start from JSN. He had a drop on a wide open pass, but he had his catches. But other than this, the defensive line could not get any pressure on Phillip Rivers, a slow-moving Phillip Rivers. And Bruce Irvin, former Seahawk, tweeted out before the game. He said, "Unk's starting today. That defense, you all better eat. Tell the defensive line there's fresh meat back there." The Colts offensive line, and my TV has randomly turned on again. I don't know what's going on. The Colts offensive line had a whale of a game protecting.
Oh, yeah. It's the spirit of your mother.
It could be. It could be. She's probably telling me to calm down. But I couldn't get over this. This is a pattern. Gentlemen, before I start reeling off some more things, and the rushing game, it's been the punching bag. Aside from Anthony Bradford, the rushing game has been the punching bag. Kenneth Walker had 6 rushes for 5 yards at the end of the first half. Nothing was working in the run game. So the third silver lining that I have for you is that they are finally starting to pivot from the running game in the red zone. They are the team in the NFL by far who runs it the most in the red zone. This game, Mike McDonald is starting to adjust. He is starting to realize, hey, it's just not working. It's just not working. So with that, I would like your thoughts. Do you have any silver linings before we really start hammering the team? Because mine is Shaheed's getting more involved. McDonald is pivoting from the run game in the red zone. And other than that, the defense did shut down Jonathan Taylor in the second half. That's it. The rest of this, ridiculous.
Who wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors, Kevin?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot.
You're both throwing up peace signs.
Too many scissors.
Oh, man. Sounds like a carryover from last show.
Yep.
Mr. Garrison would like a word with you guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. All right, I'm enough with this. I mean, Ryan says it best. Breathe, Phyllis, breathe.
Oh, he knew because he texted me.
He had to know.
Yeah.
You had to know.
Had to know. And let me just say this.
Kevin, go first before me. I don't care.
Okay, so last Tuesday on our show that we do on Tuesday, the question was, we do a thing where who's going to beat the bot, the robot, and and the question was, who's going to have the most points as a kicker, and my answer was Jason Myers. So he's won me that category.
There you go.
So if you want to talk about a silver lining, that is right there.
Yeah.
The computer picked what's his name from Dallas.
Aubrey.
Yeah, Aubrey, and it's like, well, that's fairly obvious, but I don't think he's kicking 6 field goals.
No.
Coming up later today, but other than him, and I commented on this, I guess you want some silver linings. Okay, so it's tough to see that when because one of the things that I talked about on Friday night was Indianapolis is 10th in sacks allowed. Phillip Rivers was only sacked 1 time in this game.
Yep.
And so their offensive line did what they had to do with that. And as far as you mentioned it, Dustin, getting Shahida involved, that's good. And just when you need it, there's JSN.
Yeah.
Stepping up. Let's see, I got that right here. He caught 7 passes for 113 yards. That's elite.
Yeah.
Nothing else on this offense was working. Nothing. And so that pretty much ends the silver linings as far as I'm concerned. And I was perturbed from the beginning of this game all the way to the end.
Yes.
Because last week they scored 6 points in the first half against Atlanta. This game they scored 6 points in the first half against Indianapolis. There's no way that you can celebrate that at all, especially at home. Yeah. And so the dark side of this is, as you mentioned, Kenneth Walker had 17 yards rushing for the game. 17. Okay. They had
that's the other thing, because how much longer you're going to be on the Kenneth Walker train, Kevin? Because it's not working.
We keep waiting for him to jump on board.
Yeah.
Because I said that way back in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, you called this. You called it at the beginning of the year.
Kenneth Walker, I'm on board. Get on board. I'm not sure if I'm driving the bus or he's driving it and I'm getting on board. Whoever's getting on board. But the bus has left him completely at the station now.
Okay. Let's also understand this. The Seahawks did not score a touchdown.
No.
Against the defense that was missing Sauce Gardner.
Yes.
Right.
DeForest Buckner and Charvarius Ward.
Yeah.
Argument could be made for the 3 best defensive players. 2 of them are corners.
Yeah.
2 of them are corners. Inexcusable.
Yeah. It completely is.
The one silver lining I have, in spite all of that, the defense played great.
They did.
Yeah.
Defense played great. I think this is like the 15th time in a row that they've had a great game defensively. And it seems like the 15th or 16th time under Mike McDonald's tenure as Seahawks head coach where the defense has played out of their mind and the offense just couldn't keep up.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's happened way more times this season than it has last season. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
because Phillip Rivers, you know how many yards passing he had?
Last I knew it was
120.
That's it.
You will take that every single day of the week, whether he's 44 or 24.
Yeah.
Now,
he had 82 for a large chunk of the game.
He did. This game should have been worse.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that the fact that they won this game. Again, death by field goals, but still.
Yeah.
Still. I mean,
you could see Phillip Rivers knocking the rust off. There was one drive where all of a sudden he had 6 straight completions, and I'm like, oh man, he's starting he's starting to figure it out in his Colts cleats that came from the trophy case because he didn't have a pair. Okay, there's so many things, but I will say this. I did not know because everybody's saying a lot of things about the Colts bringing him back instead of bringing
a lot
somebody.
of it is absolutely just ridiculous.
Yeah, people
not
say
about him, but who else they could have possibly brought in.
Yeah,
every last bit of it is ridiculous.
Oh, we have more breaking news in the Department of Nonsense.
Oh man, okay.
Not only has Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL,
okay.
Micah Parsons did too.
Oh man,
I heard that he was going back to the locker room. I did not hear that yet.
No, I saw that. I saw that.
There is a very good chance that Micah Parsons just tore his ACL as a member of the Packers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I could tell it was bad because of Tony Romo's tone on the broadcast. It was one of those things where he knew something was up.
Now,
And,
okay,
oof.
back to the Hawks game because
Back to the,
we're getting off track.
focus
We're getting
in.
off track
Yeah.
as per usual. We're getting off the tracks
Yeah.
as per usual. We do on this program.
Yes.
Sam Darnold, in his defense, did not have a terrible game.
Not
Well,
a terrible game.
okay.
No.
He had 271 yards passing. You'll take that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah,
Yes,
screw it. I'll
you
take
will.
that. Why not? Why not?
You
You'd
will.
like to see maybe, but the thing that really got me was every time you looked up, it was 1st and 10 Seahawks on their 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Credit to the Colts special teams.
Yeah. You got to credit them.
Credit where credit is due.
And you got
Absolutely. And it's tough to win a game when you're starting every drive on your 10 or 15 or whatever it is. And
Yeah, and they can't run a football through a barn
no,
door.
and you can't run the football. And so when you punt the ball, then the Colts had a short field.
Yeah.
And so they were negative on that side of things. And
Who else
this
is
was-
terrified for Thursday, huh?
I am right now. I mean, I think they'll
especially
play
when you
better.
look at the Rams put 41.
Yes.
Now, in the defense of the Rams,
Now, Detroit doesn't have Seahawks defense, obviously.
thank you. That's my point I was going to get to. Detroit's defense is nowhere nearly as good as the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And
No.
how many of the Seahawks defensive players that are playing this game were out for the first time in LA?
That's true. The
Reed
injury
was
list
out.
was a lot longer.
Reed was out. Julian Love was out. I think even Ward was playing. Not
Yeah, it
sure.
might have been one of his first games back.
Right.
Might have been one of his first games back, but Riley Mills was not playing it. Who by the way got activated points, but two of your better defensive players in Jaron Reed and Julian Love were not playing in that game against the Rams, and Ty Okada was not playing great. He
Right.
wasn't.
So we know the Seahawks don't have any problems defensively. We know that.
No, they're fine. They're fine
And-
defensively.
But they've got to, even with the great defense, the Rams are going to put some points on the board.
Yeah.
And I know that we're getting ahead of ourselves because we're going to do a pregame, I would imagine, on that.
Well, we'll figure something out with the recording schedule of all of our shows and stuff like that. We'll probably aim for Tuesday night
Yeah.
after no creds,
All right.
most
I'll be able
likely,
to do that.
depending on what Kevin's up to.
Well,
Yeah.
Tuesday night is at, that's when we do the Belly Up Fantasy Live show
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
right.
at 8 o'clock your time. No, it's 9 o'clock your time. It's 8
We
o'clock.
can take
here.
it from here. We can take it from here, Kevin.
Yeah.
We got you.
So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
No, we
Yeah.
don't. But
But-
it's
We want to
So-
bring this in for landing on this game.
yeah.
The Seahawks need, I don't know if they need to take, Kenneth Walker and I don't know, do some
Old
sleep
Yeller?
therapy on him or just what it is. And
Old
have
Yeller?
him wake up,
Yeah.
because he's not doing himself any, because this is his free agency year.
It's
and that
not
was
even
one
just
of the
that.
reasons why I was on his bus or he was on my bus, whichever way it went. But it's not working out.
No.
It's not even just that. It's like Zach Charbonnet has, even though Sharbs has almost 300 less yards than Kenneth Walker does, Sharbs has got 4 more touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got 4 more touchdowns. And
Well, 'cause
he's
that's-
averaging 3.7 yards per carry. Walker's averaging 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense because if you look at those numbers, you would think that Walker was going to break one, especially with the stats that I gave on what I think it was the post game show. Walker is top 10 in the NFL at runs over 20 yards.
Yeah.
None of these numbers make sense. None of them make sense, and it's not working. I don't know if it's Kubiak's scheme. I think some of it is Ken Walker because he looks to the outside way too much. I don't know what it is.
This offensive line is significantly better just going downhill.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. If you put
Right.
if you put all 5 of those guys and say we're going to run the football downhill, which by the way, here's the other thing. I'm stunned that Robbie Oots was a healthy scratch for this game.
Yeah, he was inactive for this
Stunned.
game. Yeah.
He was a healthy scratch for this game. They're probably preparing him for the Thursday game. against the Rams.
Probably.
But probably because he's their fullback and he's been hurt, but like he's been healthy. When he's healthy, he's on.
And that was one of the things, remember, Dan, that I talked about, that this was the classic trap game if there ever was one.
Yes, and they should have lost.
Right here.
Right
and the fact that they didn't play him, and if that's true that they want to hold him out for the Rams, then that means that they were looking forward to the Rams to me.
Yeah.
They had their eyes set on the Rams.
And you have to play the game that's in front of you and not worry about tomorrow, because if they had lost this game, they'd need to win on Thursday just to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm terrified, guys.
Me too.
I mean, I'm scared.
I'm really interested to see the way the line breaks for the game coming up. Who do they favor? So that'll be interesting to see. And because in this game, it went from Seahawks plus 3.5 to plus 13.5. I've never seen a line blow up like that.
Do you want the spread right now?
Sure, we'll take it.
The Rams are favored by 1.5.
1.5. Wow.
The over under is 45.5. Money line is Seahawks minus 80, minus 108. Excuse me, slight dyslexia, but anyway.
Okay. 45. I'd probably take the under on that.
Yeah,
I would take the under in that part too. I mean, it's
we're getting ahead of ourselves again. But,
once again, we are. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do when you have this big stinking pile of offensive ineptitude we're looking at for this game?
Yeah.
You know what's the perfect sound for this equation?
Starts a conversation like that. I just sat down.
But okay, so you mentioned him, Dustin Shaheed. I'll just look down because he had 74 yards receiving.
Yep.
You'll take that.
Oh, yeah. You'll take that
him.
I said that he would become the number 2 receiver on this roster after the trade. Considering the fact that Horton is not, correct me, right? Horton is still not on the field.
Horton should be ready to come back for this week.
Okay, that would be big. But in Horton's stead, okay, Shaheed is the number 2 wideout on this roster.
Yeah.
It is obvious now that they're doing that. That's one of the bright spots. I like that he seems to be getting more comfortable. Sam's looking for him more. They're going because it can't be JSN, and they need another dimension because the run game is not working. But man, there were so many, and credit to the Colts defensive line too. They got pressure. They got pressure on Sam. They were in his face. Sam had to make some
even
plays.
though we only sacked him once, but that does not indicate what you're saying.
Only sacked him once, but they got to Sam. They pressured him. They made him. He had to make some plays. One of them was very impressive when they went for it on 4th and 3, and Sam dodged the rush and found your man Barner. Dan, he found Barner on a nice conversion, but there was not much offensively. They got to get it together, and Sam's the easy punching bag. This was not his fault. But I will say he is not playing as relaxed as he was in the first, I'd say, 8 games of the season. He was looking like he was sipping Mai Tais back there.
Wow.
And that's not the case anymore.
Can we also shout out to Kevin, by the way, because congrats to Navy for winning the Army-Navy game.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was enjoyable. That was enjoyable. And, and then, I just have to say, because right after that, you start reading about how it was such a boring game. It's like, I don't know what game you were watching.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not the 2006 Rose Bowl.
Okay. And
greatest game ever.
And they were talking about how, it was run after run after run after run. I'm pretty sure that Navy won that game on a pass.
Oh.
A touchdown pass.
Really?
And Army's quarterback threw some passes. There was some passing going on in that game. Not, there wasn't 45 passes, of course.
Yeah. But that's just, I think that's a symptom of modern football, Kevin. Everybody wants to see the spread offenses, your quarterback lining up in shotgun. They're not going to run it, or the read options and everything. But I, for one, I know that we're all fans of it here. We would love the Seahawks running game to just kind of run the ball down somebody's throat like a number 24 used to do here seasons ago. Now, but I think
it would be nice
if
they got, let's just 50 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
Not 50 yards for the game.
Made God very unhappy.
It's true. It's
so.
true. I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself because I was really going to go off. But all I'll say is if they come out flat-footed on Thursday, they're going to get punched in the mouth.
Oh boy. I
don't think that they'll come out flat-footed, given who the team is, but
I think given who the opponent is, and Kevin's right, given who the opponent is, I think they circled this game on the calendar.
Yeah.
Since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they said, we got our eyes set on LA.
Especially given the last week's events when I'm talking about Phillip Rivers, but Daniel Jones, when he went down,
they
were like, oh, we got this. Nope. And then when they brought in Phillip, Rivers, and he's 78 years old and whatever else, and we for sure got this, and that was one of my keys. Please don't look past this game, and I think that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah, I think they did. And hey, let's take a moment, credit Phillip Rivers, and I'm going to argue.
Yeah,
I'm going to argue for a second. This move is not as ridiculous as people would think because I found out
don't listen to the talking mouths on ESPN
or us.
I found out.
Please listen to us, but
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But because all these people were talking about, well, how come they didn't call in Kaepernick? It's like, shut up. He hasn't played in 7 years. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't played.
Or Cam Newton was saying, oh, they should have called me. Nobody's calling you for a reason.
Yeah,
right.
They could have called, but that's my point, because I do see Cam was making an argument. It's like Phillip Rivers is 44 years old. I'm 36. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's but I got some facts to rationalize why the Colts did this.
Yes, there are reasons why they did what they did.
One, he has familiarity with the franchise. And for those of people who are saying he only played there for a year, I did not know this. There are 14 players on the roster that played when Phillip Rivers was there. So he has some familiarity with the roster. Not as much as you would need, but it's more familiarity than Cam Newton would have, not having any of the relationships. Also, the system is a variation of the system that Phillip Rivers has played in for 17 years. So he can come in and learn the playbook pretty fast. And guess what? They almost pulled out a win today.
That's right.
Now,
that's right.
I have a question for you guys, and Deez brings this in. Do they play on Thursday playing fast, relaxed, or tight?
I think they start out a little tight because I think that's been what the problem is these last few games. They come out thinking they're going to dominate teams, and they don't.
I think they're going to open up the offense.
They need to.
They have to. They don't have a choice.
They need to, and can they throw a couple early passes the JSN's way?
Yeah,
it's not even if Torrey Horton comes back. They have a receiving core that can go toe to toe with the Rams.
Yeah,
they do. They have a receiving core that can go toe to toe with the Rams. And if Devontae Adams is out, they have one target, and that's Puka Nacua.
Yeah, they have Puka Nacua, but you're not going to be able to stop Puka Nacua. And I will say, from what I saw of the Rams game today, they have their own two-headed monster at running back now. But also, guess who's stepping up for them? Colby Parkinson.
And I'm not worried about
huge catches for them.
I'm not worried about the run game because the Seahawks are number 2 against the run.
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about the run. It's they got to get to Stafford. They got to.
Yes.
And I'm not worried about their defense overall. The offense, however,
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Offense, I'm very worried about.
Worried big time.
Concerned about that. I think they do come out tight, given the circumstances and who the opponent is.
Yeah.
And you only have 4 days to prepare.
They need something to happen early, a turnover that they generate against the Rams early, something of that nature, so that they can breathe a sigh of relief and say, okay, we're in this now.
I think my overall thoughts on the Colts game is, okay, they won. The offense is a little concerning, but the fact of the matter is also, hey, John, how you doing? He's in the chat.
Hey, John.
And we know the defense is for real.
We've known this for weeks.
We've known this for weeks. They held one of the highest scoring teams in the AFC to how many yards? Under 200?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
Let me go to the stats here.
Has to be under 200.
Well, it's a little bit over because Phillip Rivers had 120 yards passing and they had 97 yards total rushing.
Which, by the way, I didn't know this. 23rd game in a row that they have not allowed a 100-yard rusher.
That's
23 games in a row now.
Yeah. No, that's a great stat. And also you did it today against somebody that could have easily broken 100 yards.
Right. Easily. And he had 1,300 whatever yards I said going into this game.
Yeah.
And
the offensive line played great for the Colts. Let's call it what it is. But it did,
and that's not a surprise because, as I said, they're top 10 in protecting their quarterback.
Quentin Nelson can still do it.
And Daniel, Jones was not hurt because he got sacked.
No, it was
or any of that. It was, one of those things that happened. So, I was just wondering if Phil Rivers would be holding on the ball maybe a little, because it doesn't matter if you hold on to it too long, what kind of protection you have, they're going to get to you.
Yeah.
But especially as the game wore on, he started to, get some passing going on.
Yep.
And so good on him. And it's going to be difficult for the Colts going forward because this is, I believe, was it their fourth straight loss?
Fourth in a row, yeah.
Fourth, yeah. And if they have to play the Jags, I haven't looked at their schedule, but the Jags can sack the quarterback. So,
yeah.
Hold on, because I have that information.
All right.
Okay, so because we talked about this the other day, let's see. Indianapolis has San Francisco. That's not easy at home. They've got Jacksonville, and then Houston.
Yeah, that's a rough stretch.
That's a rough, that's quality defenses going on right there.
Phil might want to put those cleats back in the trophy case.
Yeah, and then Jacksonville they're at Denver next week, and we've seen Denver put together some offensive, which we didn't really know if they could do that or not. Defense, we're sold on their defense, but then they're at Indianapolis. And then they have Tennessee. So they've got an easier path, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? But
yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah. This is one 3rd and 18. They ran it with Charbonnet, and he got stopped. Just put this game in the trash.
Yeah,
they won.
And they did that, Dustin, at the 15-yard line or so.
Yeah.
And it was 3rd and 18.
Yeah.
And you're not running Charbonnet to get 18 yards.
No.
Nope.
Not doing that. So that was an interesting call.
Yeah. Some baffling things in this game, but they escaped with the win.
Escape. Anyway, final thoughts, guys, before we close off shop.
Yeah, we're going to put this one completely, bury it in the backyard somewhere, and hopefully, Fido the dog can't even get to it.
We'll pull an Old Yeller. That's a great reference for those who get it.
It is.
Meanwhile, the dog lovers are going.
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
Well, there's no
Yeah.
dog lovers in this house, so no problem there.
I am one.
I am
love-
one
That's
as well.
fine.
I
You know,
love
it's not going
doggies.
to not dog haters either.
I got you.
Okay, there you go. That
Okay,
works.
but this is most certainly a cat house.
All right.
That's
Nothing
been
wrong with that.
established many times over. Cats rule here.
All right.
I'm
All
looking
right,
at one
guys.
of
We're gonna get out of here.
them. Okay.
All right.
So we'll probably see you Tuesday, if not Wednesday. Whatever
Yes.
happens, we'll
Some-
figure this out.
Some form of us will be here.
That's right.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go turn off my TV because it turned on randomly again.
The ghost of Paul Bear just rose.
it keeps doing it.
All right, we're getting out of here, guys. See you around
All right.
and see you Tuesday.